Okay, so I'm running a little bit behind, but I just wanted to show you guys my outfit for today and start off this vlog. This is the outfit. This is what we're working with today. Just a little pair of jeans, a Rolling Stones t-shirt, and my tote bag, my hair. It's kind of like going on maybe 4 days now, but I did rewash my bangs because that is just necessary every time. And yeah, that is my little look today. And we are going to go to Starbucks and do some work, do some stuff. Just very chill, normal Monday. It's been a couple of days, but I guess I haven't talked to you guys since Monday-ish, I want to say. But it's officially Thursday. Officially. It's actually Thursday. I just went and picked up a Starbucks. I got a pumpkin spice latte because it's the last day to do the buy one get one free seasonal drink thing. So went and got a little pumpkin spice latte. Also just realized that my camera was on the wrong setting, so I had to fix that really quick. But I just wanted to update you guys on what I have been reading lately. So I don't think that I mentioned this before because I didn't really have enough time to mention it. But I started to read Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. I got about 60% of the way through and ended up DNFing it. I'm honestly a little bit bummed that that ended up happening because I was so excited for it and I was so ready to read it and love it, but I unfortunately just did not enjoy it. I was liking it at first in the very beginning, but it just ended up getting really boring. I just have to say, like, it just was not exactly what I was expecting or wanting, and I still feel like her book, The Queen's Rising, is like the best one that she's ever written. It's my favorite out of her books, and as much as I want Divine Rivals to be for me, it just wasn't for me, and I'm so bummed. So unfortunately I didn't like that one. I can't remember if I finished this before my last vlog, but I finished The Worst Best Man by Mia Sosa, and I ended up really liking that book. I thought it was really, really cute. I am so surprised that I ended up liking it because when I started it a couple of months ago, I could barely get through the first chapter. But for some reason this time around, I was able to get through it all the way, and I ended up really, really enjoying it. So I'm really, really excited to read her second book. I think it's called The Wedding Crasher, and I do have that one out on Hoopla, so I might be able to get to it really, really soon. But I did really enjoy The Worst Best Man. I thought it was really funny and very steamy and right up my alley. Basically, it's about this woman and she gets stood up on her wedding day, and everybody thinks that it's the best man's fault, who is the brother of the groom, and he has to be kind of the one to break the news to her and be like, so my brother's not coming and I think it's my fault. And so that ends up happening, and then years later they cross paths again, and she's a wedding planner. He is sort of like this, like, he has something to do with like promotional work or whatever, I'm not really sure. But basically they have to end up working together, and it's really, really cute, and I was just so in love with both of these characters the entire time. So I highly recommend it if you're looking for like a fun, little romance book. There's Latina representation, which I really enjoyed, and obviously I read it for Latina Heritage Month, so that's a great book to cross off the list. But yeah, I'm really excited to read the second book, which I believe is part of the series. I think they're connected. I'm not really sure, but yeah, super excited to read that. And then currently I'm reading two different books, one an audiobook and then the other an ebook. So currently I'm reading Unseelie by Evelise Hausman, and I actually ended up picking this book up because not only did I know that there's autistic rep in this book, which I love, I will eat that up, but also I found out on TikTok that the author is Latina. I believe that she's Puerto Rican, so I am so excited to find that out, and I was like, okay, I immediately need to pick this book up, and I'm so glad that I have because I'm really enjoying it so far. And yeah, it's just like a little like YA fantasy. I love a good YA fantasy. I've been saying this, but like I feel like adult does romance really well and like contemporary and literary fiction and stuff like that, but young adult does fantasy so well, so much better than adult fantasy. Like there are plenty of adult fantasies that I really enjoy, but nothing beats a YA fantasy for some reason. They're just so much more fun, they're just so much more engaging and like immersive, and I don't know, I'm really enjoying this one. I'm loving the autistic representation, and yeah, I'm so excited that I ended up picking this book up. I was like, and this is like the first book, I literally searched Latina fantasy books on TikTok, and this was like the first book that popped up, and I was like, oh perfect, I already have that book on Hoopla, I could totally read that. And then the other book that I'm currently reading is on my Kindle, obviously. My Kindle's actually in the front room, but I don't feel like going to go get it. But I'm currently reading A Crown of Ash and Silver by B.C. Fajon. I'm not really sure how to pronounce the last name, but I am really enjoying this book, and I don't know, I mean, I got it from the Stuff Your Kindle days or whatever, and this is just the first one I decided to pick up, and I'm really enjoying it. So it's not a YA fantasy, it's kind of like a steamy adult fantasy. So far, no steam. I'm not really sure if there's going to be any. I think that it's in like, you know, like the Amazon title. I think it's in there, so I'm expecting some steam, but if it doesn't happen, that's fine. But yeah, I am really enjoying that one so far as well. Should I do a little like deep dive into what I got from Stuff Your Kindle days, or I don't know, maybe that's not interesting. Maybe I'll do like a poll on Instagram or Twitter or whatever and be like, are you guys interested in me going through the books that I got for the Stuff Your Kindle days? And if you are, then great, and I'll show you guys. But I did pick up a lot of books, I will say. So yeah. Anyway, I just figured I would update you all on what I've been doing. I really need to cut my bangs because as you can see, they're really, really long right now. Look at that. Like that's if I just like wear them normally and don't try to like push them up out of my eyes. They're very, very long. So I'm thinking that we're gonna have to do a little bit of a trim. That's my update. That's what I'm doing. That's what's up. And I'm going to go drink my latte even though it's like 7 o'clock and listen to more of my audiobook. Currently today, National Coffee Day, and I actually went to go get one of the BOGO coffees last night. I think I talked about it last night, but I saved one of them for today, and so I get to have a little coffee just at home. Don't have to go to Starbucks, don't have to DoorDash, don't have to do anything like that. I just get to enjoy a little coffee. So good. It's just a little iced pumpkin spice latte, soy milk. It's great. It's fantastic. And thankfully our refrigerator keeps stuff cold enough that like most of the ice didn't melt. So a little bit of it did melt, but not nearly enough for it to like ruin the drink, and so I just added more ice. It was fine. Last night my mom was like, you should have just gotten it without ice, and I'm like, you know what, I should have. That's so true, but I didn't think of that. So here we are. I did read a little bit more of Unseelie last night, and I got past the 50% mark, and I'm still really enjoying it. Like, I am a little shocked at how much I'm actually enjoying this book, because not a lot is happening really. There have been a couple of things that have happened, and like it's not very like romance heavy or anything like that, but I am still really enjoying it. So, you know, all good things, all good things. I actually got ready today to film a video, so I have to go do that anyway, but just wanted to update you all for the vlog. Also, I wanted to talk about Pango books. I just recently like made my 100th order or something like that. Like I couldn't tell if it was my 100th order or 100 books I've sold. Either way, I reached 100. And that was really exciting for me. I've been selling on Pango books for about a year now-ish, around that amount of time, and I have really loved it. Like, honestly, I highly recommend it. If you have used books, I think that this is probably the best way to sell them, unless you have like maybe a like a used bookstore that you can sell them to. That might be better for you. I'm not really sure. I don't personally have a used bookstore that I can sell to where I'll get money back. Like, I have used bookstores here, but you're just gonna get like store credit or whatever, which is fine, but like that's not really what I'm looking for. And I think that you can get a lot more money on Pango books, especially if you like price your books fairly. It ends up working out for you pretty well. And I think, you know, like especially with the shipping being so low, they use media mail, which I love. And everything is like, the shipping has always been so fast, which is really nice. It's very reliable, knock on wood. I really want to do like a dedicated video about selling on Pango, and maybe I will soon. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to anybody who has ever bought a book from me. I hope you enjoyed it. And I really appreciate you doing that and buying from me and choosing my store to buy from. I always am putting up new books on my store. I just want to say thank you. I just want to say I really appreciate it, and it means a lot because I need the money. It really does. If you ever want to support me, go ahead and check out my Pango bookstore. I also have a Ko-fi or coffee or whatever it's called. That's a great way to support me as well. I have been thinking about making a Patreon or something like that, but I don't know if I really want to do that. I don't know if there'd be any like demand for it at all, or any desire to sign up for something like that. So it's fine if there's not, like, it's really not that big of a deal. But I was just thinking like maybe that'd be a fun thing to do. I was thinking maybe we could do like a book of the month sort of situation where we could do like a poll or whatever, and I could pick a book and we could all read it together and then talk about it, and that'd be really fun. I don't know. Give me your thoughts. Let me know if you'd be interested in something like that. If you're not interested in it, totally fine. No hard feelings. Just want to put out feelers. So I feel like that's everything, and I'm going to go film a video, and maybe I will update you guys later on today. Okay, really quickly, I was about to film a TikTok and I noticed that this under my nose was bleeding. I literally went back and rewatched my footage, and it started bleeding like halfway through the footage. So I'm so sorry for filming that entire clip without realizing that this under my nose was bleeding. You see that? I scratched it right there. I don't know what that is. I don't know. That's really weird. I didn't think I scratched it all that hard. Like, I just went like this. Like, I literally went like that. I went back and I noticed that it had been bleeding for like half of the time that I filmed. So my bad. Just wanted to say I did notice that. I just noticed. Because I literally like looked and it was like fully like bloody right here. And I'm like, oh my god, what happened? I thought it was actually a rash at first because it was kind of dry. And I was like, what is that? But no, it was just blood. everyone. I haven't picked up my vlog camera in quite a while. Honestly, I have to admit that it's mainly because it's been so hot lately and I just have not been in the mood to vlog because it's been so hot. And also I was dealing with a bit of like eye issues. I don't know if you can still kind of tell, but because I had COVID, it really gave me a bad like eye infection, and that has been happening a lot recently with COVID infections, is that like it's giving people eye infections, and I'm really susceptible to eye infections. I don't know why. I have brought it up to an optometrist and they don't really know why either. It happens. So yeah, I got it pretty bad and I'm still kind of recovering from it, but I think it's gonna be fine. Now we're back and I can't remember what books I left off on. I did finish my Goodreads goal again because I initially had it set for 50 books and then I didn't get confetti, and that really bothered me. That really bothered me. I know that's ridiculous, but I really wanted the confetti. So I ended up changing my goal from 50 to 60, and I finally reached 60 books and I ended up getting confetti. We'll insert a picture here. I'm very proud of myself. I talked about it a little bit on Threads. I really felt like this book was so immersive, and I was listening to the audiobook and I ended up like pausing it because I wanted to see what time it was, and I had that like jarring feeling of being like ripped out of a story, and I was like, whoa. It was like totally out of body like experience, and it was just so fun, and I don't feel like that with every book I read, so it was a fun experience, and I think that really made me enjoy the book even more. So I really liked it. It's a great little like dark academia YA book. There are some like darker elements to it, there are some like deeper things, but overall it's just such a sweet little story. And I feel like if you are a fan of like Stalking Jack the Ripper, Once Upon a Broken Heart, those kind of books, I feel like you would really love this one. I ended up giving that one 4 out of 5 stars, so I do highly recommend it. And yeah, I would love to see more people read this book because it was so much fun, and I'm so glad I ended up picking it up, and just, yeah, I'm glad. I loved it. It was so much fun. So yeah, now I'm on to my next book, and I'm thinking I'm going to pick up this book that has been on my Hoopla for like the past week or so and has been recommended on Hoopla, and that is A Multitude of Dreams by Mara Rutherford. And I'm really excited to read this one. I did start it a little bit, but I am kind of restarting it because I felt like I wasn't fully paying attention and I was only a couple minutes in anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna start it right now and I'll see how it goes, but I have really high hopes for this one, and I have just like this deep feeling that I'm going to love it. So fingers crossed. Back in the same spot as I was before, but this time with a little sweatshirt on. I have the white headband on today, and yeah, we are just living the life, honestly. I haven't picked up my vlog camera in a second because I kind of got a little bit busy just hanging out with my best friend and living life, doing stuff. I really should fix my headband because look at this, just came right out of the headband. I also didn't realize that it is already the 9th, technically the 10th at this point. I can't believe how much time has flown already. Like, I'm going to be in New York in like 10 days. It's wild to me. I am not ready. I'm not prepared. I mean, I'm a little bit prepared, but not like insanely prepared. But I did want to update a little bit on the book I've been reading. So I talked about it last clip that I started A Multitude of Dreams by Mara Rutherford, and I'm currently 55% of the way through, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm so happy that I ended up picking this book up. I had never heard of this book until I saw it on Hoopla, and I was so intrigued by the cover because it's beautiful, but I'd never heard of it, never seen it. I feel like I'm so disconnected lately from a lot of like YA books, so I just had never heard of it, seen it, whatever. And then I ended up picking it up and I'm loving it. We're gonna see if I can listen to a little bit more of it right now. I have been trying to read more on my Kindle, but I feel like the last 2 books that I tried to read on my Kindle were just not for me, to put it nicely, to put it very simply. Just not for me. So I'm really trying to find especially some Kindle Unlimited books that I will really enjoy and stick with. So definitely on the hunt for that. I'm still debating on whether I'm going to take my Kindle with me to New York, because I mean, it's not like I typically get a lot of reading done anyway when I go on vacation, but I know that on the plane I might be more willing to read from my Kindle because it's really dark on the planes usually. And I'm almost never by a window. I usually have an aisle seat, so I'm kind of thinking that because I typically am never able to read my book anyway, because I hate to turn on the overhead light. I do have a book light, so maybe I'll bring that with me this time. But yeah, I think that bringing my Kindle will be a lot easier. So I really want to try to find some books that I will actually enjoy and want to read, instead of just sitting on the plane and doing nothing, like sitting there and just like playing Candy Crush or something like that. So yeah, definitely going to try to figure that out before. And I also need to figure out what I'm bringing to New York, what I'm going to be packing, because I've gone back and forth on outfits for the past like month or so, and I'm still not quite sure. So I guess we're just gonna have to figure that out really soon. So yeah, I'm going to go listen to more of my audiobook right now. I'm really enjoying it. I'm hoping I can finish it soon. And also tomorrow I really want to finish editing my video and post it and all that good stuff. So gonna be a busy day tomorrow. It'll be interesting to see if I can get anything done. I barely got anything done today. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go listen to more of my audiobook. So I actually kind of meant to do a different clip for this last one of the vlog, but I kind of got like carried away with how busy I was today. I really didn't think that it was going to be that big of a deal, but it ended up being a bigger deal than I thought it was. Trying to paint your nails, like both your fingernails and your toenails, in one day, it's a lot for me. I don't know why. But I was able to do it. I did Era's color nails, so I have Taylor Swift, Fearless, Speak Now, Red, 1989, and then I also have on this hand Reputation, Lover, Folklore, Evermore, and Midnights. I am not going to the movie until Saturday, so I do have like 2 more days kind of to wait, like 1 full day tomorrow, and then it'll be Saturday. And the last update is I finished A Multitude of Dreams by Mara Rutherford a few days ago, and I forgot to update you all once I finished it. I have this like piece of hair that is bugging me. But yeah, I finished it, gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun and definitely very interesting. I think the only thing is I wish it would have been a little bit weirder. I say this with a lot of books, especially YA books. I wish that they would like have the opportunity to be a little bit more weird, because this is a not a retelling per se, but it's like inspired by Edgar Allan Poe, and I'm like, I wish that this book had just pushed the weirdness factor a little bit more, and then it would have been perfect. Overall, I thought it was a lot of fun, and I haven't really heard anybody talk about this book, and I think that it could be one that a lot of people would really enjoy. It is definitely perfect for like the spooky fall season. It's kind of like a gothic fantasy in a way, and the plot is a little bit convoluted, but I think that it really ends up working well. I think that this author does a good job at carrying the plot and making it one that is like that you can understand. I really did enjoy it, and I do highly recommend it if you want to check it out. So yeah, I read quite a few books for this vlog. It ended up being way longer than I expected it to be, but I will try to edit it down to like a good like 30 minutes-ish. I think that's like kind of the sweet spot for my vlogs, is anywhere from like 25 minutes to 30. It's funny because whenever I ask you guys if you like shorter or longer vlogs, you guys always say longer, so I try to make them long and give you guys as much content as possible. So I'm gonna end the vlog here, but my next vlog will definitely be like Eras Tour movie centered, so that'll be a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I can't like take any videos of the movie the way that I could for like a concert, but I will definitely take you guys along with me and we'll have a lot of fun, and I hope that you guys are going to see the movie as well. Let me know if you pick up any of the like tins or the collectible cups or anything like that. I think that my movie theater is doing the cups, the tubs, and they're also doing like friendship bracelets, which is really cute. I have some friendship bracelets that I've made. I made them because like I wasn't sure if I was gonna get to go to the concert or not, and then we ended up not being able to get tickets. So I have some made, and I'm thinking of also making more tomorrow. I'm not sure. I don't know what my bead situation is, so we'll see. Anyway, this is the end of the vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Goodreads, Storygraph, TikTok. All the links are down below, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!
Ooh, I thought it'd be me and you. Oh.